Today we are going to solve a hard problem of LeetCode 123, best time to buy and sell stock 3. This is a nice dynamic programming problem. We are going to discuss the solution. The problem states that you are given an array of prices where prices of I is the price of a given stock on the ith day. Find the maximum profit you can achieve. You may complete at most 2 transactions. Okay, the problem states that you are given an array and the elements are indicating the prices of the stock on that day. You can do only 2 transactions, means you can buy and sell 2 times, but you cannot do something like that. You buy a stock, then you again buy a stock. You cannot do that. You can only first buy the stock and then you have to sell it, then you have to buy it again and then you have to sell it. This is the order, and now you have to find that what is the maximum profit you can achieve by buying and selling the stock efficiently. So let's discuss about the problem. Like, you are given the prices of the stocks in the ith day. Suppose you are in this day, ith day. In the ith day you have two options. And you have two cases. The case 1, you have already bought a stock before the ith day. Already bought. So if you, in the case 1, you have two choices. Either you can sell the stock on the ith day, or you can ignore the day. In the case 2, it can be that you did not buy any stock before the ith day. Did not buy stock before ith day. So you, in this case, you have two options. You can buy stock on the ith day, or you can ignore it, thus you can easily solve the problem. The DP state will be like that. The DP state is kind of nice. The DP will be DP of total index, and case 1, for case 1 and case 2, buy or not buy. And as you have at most 2 transactions, you can have a left transaction, and thus you can easily solve the problem. Let's see the code. Like I mentioned, the DP will be a 3D DP. This is the index for 10 to the power 5. I just keep a 10 to the power 5 size index, and there is two options, that two cases. If I have bought and I did not buy, and the transaction is at most 2, so I keep the third parameter equal to 3. It will indicate that how many transactions are left. So I just mem set them with -1, as profit cannot be -1. The minimum profit is 0. Then I just write a function with solve int I. This is for index. Int by, it will denote that if I have bought a stock or I did not buy a stock, and the int transaction for transaction, that how many transactions are left, and vector of prices. So I call the function with 0th index, and the buy will say if it's 1, it will indicate that I can buy a stock. I did not buy anything before, so it's 1 that I can buy, and then it's 2 means I have left 2 transactions and the price is. Then this is the base case, this is the base case, that if index is out of bound or transaction is over, then we cannot make any profit from there, so return 0. Profit is, I just declare a variable with profit is equal to 0. Then if it is already calculated, I return the value. Else if buy, when I can buy in the ayate and I did not buy before I did not buy any stock before, so I can buy today in the ayate, so profit is equal to maximum. As I am buying, if I buy something, then I have to give the money, so I use minus prices of I and solve. As I am buying the stock, so I have bought the stock, so the buy condition is 0. I have bought before, so the next will next I have to sell the stock, so I will move to next index and cannot buy the stock, I must sell the stock, and the transaction is not over. A transaction is over when I buy and also sell the stock. As I am just buying, the transaction is not over. This is the case of buying, and it is a first option for me. And another option is to ignore the ith day, then I just ignored it, I plus 1, and I did not buy any stock, so it remained 1, and no transaction happened, so t is remained t remained t, and the prices. Else the case where I have bought the stock before and now I am selling the stock, then there is option, I can ignore the ith day or I can sell the stock in the ith day. So if I sell, I will gain money, so it's prices of I positive, plus if I am selling, then I am unable to buy. And as I said that if you buy and sell stock, one transaction is over, so one transaction is over, so I minus 1 and prices, and I can ignore it, that I did not sell the stock on the ith day. I plus 1 move to I plus 1, I did not sell, so I have option to sell, so it's 0 and no transaction happened, so t remained t and prices. So then return the profit, and thus the problem is solved.